Alex here, back in my basement. I just wanted to make this quick little video updating everybody on what's going on, especially the clients that I'm working for right now. My inbox has been totally destroyed. I don't really have the time right now to go through and filter through all the messages. But that's on everything, on all platforms. So again, I figured I'd make this video to explain what I've been up to the past couple weeks. I have a ton of perfect casts here that I have been commissioned to do, and they are still in the machining phase. So I have to make modifications to them to make them more V3 accurate, because the perfect cast is exactly that. It's a perfect cast. So the V3 has these little traits to it that I machine in. But in order to do that, I need to hold it in the lathe, so I machine a hole in it to hold it to a tool to put it in my lathe. So I'm slowly getting there. I'm almost done with the machining setup. So I've been slowly cracking away at that and cutting the pile down. And then once I have them all machined, then I will go to the next step, which would be acid prep. And I would get the hilt ready for acid. And then the step after that is the physical damage, where I would do all the physical damage to the V3. And that's a process of its own. So I'm so close to getting all these things machined, and then the next step would be acid prep and physical damage. So the next big question I get asked is the production V3. Guess what? It's done. I have all my stencils ready to rock and roll. This is like the 5th revision or the 4th revision of them, and I got them all worked out. So I don't want to reveal everything, but I'm very happy with them. Now that I have the stencils done, that it goes back to the machining. Once I'm finished with the machining, then we're going to do the acid prep and then the physical damage. So the stencils are done. Well, they're done. They're not on the hilt yet, but the stencils are done, and the Cricut's been cutting them quite frequently. I've already gone through the second needle head cutting the stencils. I'm amazed at the quality that I got this Cricut cutting too, because I didn't think it would cut that kind of detail. I'm actually quite proud of myself the way that I did that, and it wouldn't have happened without Trooper Trent, because way back when we did the FX V2, Trent and I worked together on his stencils, and we'd FaceTime and video chat, and I got to watch the progress on how he did it. So I wouldn't have had this set if it wasn't for him teaching me how to do it. So a big shout out to Trooper Trent, because honestly, this stencil setup wouldn't have happened without him, because he's the one who taught me how to do this. When that's done, it'll actually be revealed on my Patreon. The bigger reveal on the Patreon will be the finish work on this thing. This will be done just like it is in the throne room. The wind vane is a wicked different color. When it is revealed, you're going to seriously have to trust me on it. That's how different it is. You seriously have to trust me on this. I've matched the color perfectly. I reached out to a good friend of mine who was there, and I can't go into too much detail, but he backs me up on, yep, that color is perfect. So once he agreed on the color, I said, all right, that's it. We got it locked in, and this is what I'm going to use. So I bought everything Amazon had, and I'm ready to rock and roll. So while we're on the topic of Patreon, let me explain something. I wanted to launch this thing way back in January. But my problem is my computer's 13 years old, and now it's struggling to edit videos like this. I mean, the thing gets so hot, it burns through my pants. It's bad. It gets to the point where it gets so hot, she'll just randomly shut off. And then sometimes she doesn't turn back on. So I've been slowly saving for this new computer, which is Apple's most expensive, highest performance machine. But it's wicked expensive, and I'm slowly getting there. I need a transmission, and that money that I have should go to a transmission for my truck. But I'm not going to get the transmission. I'm going to go with the computer, because in my mind's eye, the computer can make me more money, which in turn will get me the transmission for the truck. At least that's what I'm thinking. It might not be the right answer, but that's how I'm thinking. So that puts me in a jam now, because if I have my Patreon up there and I'm not producing any videos, it's not good, because I could lose my patrons. I do have some ideas with my Patreon, and I'd like you guys right now to comment below what you would like to see on this Patreon channel. One of my ideas is to do like a live stream twice a month, where you guys can come into the chat room and ask me questions, and we can interact one-on-one that way. Because it's getting to the point now where every platform I'm on, they end up finding me, and I still get asked the same freaking question: what black paint do you use? I've had enough. So my inbox is flooded with that question over and over and over, and I just don't have the time to sit there and reply. So that's one of my ideas, is to have the live stream where I'm in the shed working on stuff, and I can interact with you guys and answer questions there. I also am going to have in-depth tutorials like I have had in the past, where I'm doing finishing work on the Vader Slayers, the production V2s, the NASA Saber. I may even do some live streaming while working on them, so you can interact and ask questions about that way. Another idea I have is like maybe do a project where we work together on a 3D print, and you guys chime in with what colors to use, and then I can use those colors or those techniques. Something that I want, so this is what I want from the Patreon. I want to be more involved. I want the patrons, my community that I'm going to build, I want you guys to be more involved with these projects. I've already started my Halloween costume the day after Halloween of 2023. I already started it, and I'm making progress in documenting and filming all this stuff. So maybe the patrons will see the Halloween videos before I release them in October. That's still up in the air, because I don't want that to leak. It's a wicked good Halloween costume. So that's another idea, like exclusive content. What do you want to see? I need some feedback from you guys. What would you like to see on there? So that's going to wrap it up. I just want to update everybody on what's been going on, and what is in store for the future. So I think what I'll do is just post on my Facebook page progress photos in the shed of the next couple steps of the Vader Slayers and stuff. That's going to wrap it up. Thank you all for watching. Keep an eye out for the next video, and most importantly, be kind to one another. This is Hallowax, out.